We're gonna return to Let's Play Mistakes Everywhere. I forgot to remove that. Hopefully all those trees come back. Probably won't. Oh, they will. Good, good. Yeah. So, I just decided to leave this for now. We're gonna try this idea. And it's not gonna look super great, but maybe it'll give us a little bit of variety and kind of help break up some of the monotony of what is going on here. Can I get you to... Well, I mean, I guess. Let's just have this go straight up. So then, let's see, if I go maybe like that. That'll just give us a weird little gap in there. I'm okay with it. Although... I lied. I'm not okay with it. Yeah, that's too much. So instead, we'll go something like this. That is a very, very sharp turn. That instead. And that kind of janks, but you know what? It's good for now. And that means that there will be no green space like there is for this. It's going to look a little bit cram-packed. But I think we're okay to deal with it. It's going to be a while before we can even use that space, however, because we have no demand. As always. We are seeing demand here, however. So let's fill that in where we can. I'm not real thrilled to continue putting in the loud, noisy stuff. Can we just say grab not that. I guess it'll just fill in over it if it doesn't like it. Alright, alright. There is always that option. I'm still leaving some space over here, and you know what? I think we can actually go ahead and fill this in. Some development there. Oh, speaking of development, okay, good, good, good. A long time ago, many episodes ago, this thing was having... That's a new one. I've never seen that sign before. This thing was having issues with the land. How many people come through here? Not too many. It's just a cheapo mall. I do have other malls. Again, though, I don't want to be using all of my special buildings to just pack them in on this. We are seeing industrial fill in. That's good. I mean, I guess. I guess it's good. This may end up being an extension of that neighborhood. I guess it's too late to worry about the hill and the elevation change. Okay, we are definitely still seeing some commercial demand, so why don't we just fill in up in here. See if we can't make this area slightly more profitable. Had a fire right next to the police station, apparently. Okay. Now, education is always going to be selecting the right thing. There we go. Education is always going to be a thing, but I kind of don't want everyone educated. Because it really actually has a major impact on getting people to work. I guess we can put down another one, though. So we have one up there, we have one right here. My elementaries. I just don't feel like we need so many damn elementary schools all over the place, but apparently we do. Putting that there. But I guess with 5,000 people crammed into this, it makes sense that we do actually need maybe a little bit
Meteorologists are issuing a thunderstorm warning for the coming days. Citizens are advised to stay indoors.
That means, I imagine, among other things, that is going to be a lot of fire. It's actually kind of amazing that we do have this many people into this.
A thunderstorm is battering the city. Stay indoors until the storm has passed.
I wonder how many are going to fit into this when this is over. And flooding, yay! That is pretty severe flooding, actually. Well, one other way we can maybe try and fill in some of this demand. Like that. Power. Because this got caught on fire. Power. That's pretty severe thunderstorm, and the crematorium's on fire. That's appropriate. Maybe that'll fill out some of the. I mean, if anything, that's okay. And then it struck the stadium because, of course, it did. I feel like this is a very biased and targeted event here. It targeted the waste processing plant and the recycling plant. If the dam was on fire, I was gonna... Oh my shit. Tropical garden. Okay. Keeps striking the dam power plant. Well, there's no sense in doing anything until this has worn itself out. Guess we can put water down, though. That is something we can handle. It's not something like a mayor's house or anything, is there? Friendly neighborhood park. Transport tower. Climate research station. This is not a very big thing. Okay. Right, where were we? So, okay, let's talk about getting this campus going. Let's talk about this. There we go. The admin building. What else do we have here? Dormitory, study hall, groundskeeping, a futsal club, the square, the gym, cafeteria, library, math club, commencement office, university auditorium. Alright, I see that there's a few things here. Oh my, there's actually quite a bit, isn't there? Of varying degrees of largeness. Okay, well, so I got a few things here. I can make them streets, or we can just go with this pathing instead, which I am more tempted to do. And Han about it, yeah. I think we'll just use these. Vehicles can still drive on it. I'd prefer they did not, but let's go ahead and just get kind of started here with something like that. Kind of pull it in here. And then we'll just halfway mark. Grab that. And what did I put down? Boardwalk? No. Damn it. I don't know. This paved. I guess I'll put this here, but I want most of campus to be something a little bit more interesting. This zonable promenade. That looks nice. This looks more college-y. Okay. So the admin building. Gaily. Where is this? Is this the square, the quad? Oh, first of all, I've got to do this. Because it's no... Oh, God. Okay, I want to just put that down. Now I can put this down. We'll come in here, grab you, and... I've already made a mistake. Okay, I'm gonna pause for a moment. I guess I don't have to pause, we can just let it run. I need to flatten this. That's where I went wrong here. I'd like you to be considerably bigger and something like that. Probably should have flattened the whole thing before I ran a road through it. It's okay. Then along the edges I'll smooth this out, but after... Now, hold on. I guess if I want to... make this okay. What are you doing? Damn it. Yeah, that's gonna have to pull back. Alright, so that's gonna change this a little bit then. Maybe this will be enough to flatten the curve on its own. Right, so back into here. Let's grab you. Put you down again just so I can line up here. Alright. And so, I guess the only thing this is going to be based on is sort of my own layout. Well, my own layout. The layout of the university I went to. So it's got like this quad area, and you know what? Let's actually give it a little bit more breathing room. That I can then connect to. I would actually like that to go up a little bit more. Ah, damn it. I had it and then it snapped. Just there. Okay. Let's see what you do that hill. And then it squishes it down, though. Hey. Game just... It's hard to be happy. Really is. Unless you're one of those savages that just likes to put it down willy-nilly and let it go. Alright. I hate everything about this, but... okay, so we'll kind of go from here. Obviously we're going to need an area here, and we'll loop that around. But all other aspects are going to be on these, and then I'm going to have to go in and manually say no driving on this crap. Your water situation will have to situate itself. And before we go fiddling with that anymore, making that worse, let's go back here now, and I think I'll just maybe use a paintbrush. That's better. To go in and fix some of that, but before we get too far along here, I was thinking maybe I would like to add a park. I would really like to use that park, but it's just too big. We'll let that develop for a while. And finish the connection here. And you know what, we could still break that up even further. Because why not? And then maybe I'll even come in here. This is the worst brush you could possibly ever want to use for this sort of thing. What now? Right. Back to campus. Interest you? I mean, we're gonna have to hook them up to the pipes anyway, just because of sewage. Now there was actually a thing here that I just noticed. Garbage. Large water tower is in garbage. If I use this large water tower, does this also take care of trash? Does anything hooked up to this also need to be hooked up to the sewage system? I just kind of think that's an interesting place to put that, if that is not at all what that does. So, yeah, so the university, and you can actually look at the map, it's the University of Montana. You know, it's got this kind of front street that goes past, well, so like it starts out here, there'd be like the stadium and then the stadium parking lot, and then it'd go past the business school, and then it would go past some dormitories, pretty much actually all the way to here, dormitories, and then there's like the cafeteria admin building, and then there's dormitories all along, and then like all the school buildings are up and along the back, and then there's like the student center over here and the library over here. Obviously this is not at all the layout we'd be using for this. I'd have to actually orientate it this way, but so my thinking here is just I'll put some buildings here kind of central to this around what would be this, so maybe a dormitory or two here, a couple major buildings here. I guess it'd be like I could put like the cafeteria student center over here and then put all the buildings over here. But either way, there'd be like a parking lot up front, as there always would be. But I could maybe put the parking lots on the outside. Okay, let's take care of this maybe just a little bit. Forgiving slope along here, perhaps, so that it's not just a cliff face on the side of the university. I don't know, I guess I'd have to pull this out a lot to make it green, which I'd actually really like to do. No, already screwed that up a little bit. Can I maybe get you to... yes and no. Making this worse. Kind of like you to chill a little bit is all. I also want kind of a exit here for students. Well, this really came a problem, didn't it? Is this primary mouse button smooths gently? The secondary mouse button does a stronger effect. Let's see. You use the right-click button to really do it, and then you fine-tune it with the left click. Okay, that looks a little bit better. A little bit more of a gradual slope. which, you know, not super useful for anything, but yeah, so I'd like to have a little passenger station out here. So why don't we go ahead and do that? We'll have train, passenger. For real, I can't even try and place it, so I'm gonna have to eyeball it. That's, you know, that's gonna work out very well. Okay. I'll trust you to line me up, and then we'll see how far off we are. I mean, we could be closer. Come on. Okay, line me up again. Pull that in like that far. Okay, that's more doable. I don't know. I kind of like a more gradual road. I feel like this is really harsh. But I do actually kind of like how this turned out over here. It is a severe turn into this. But from up here, it doesn't look bad. We're gonna have to do more. So now I don't know where we're getting this sudden commercial demand, but we're getting a ton of it. And I was thinking of maybe saving some of this for more residential, but I actually think maybe we can just put commercial on both sides of this. Just because this is becoming a commercial center over here. So maybe it's not a bad thing. Anyway, what are people even coming here for? Are they actually doing anything? Can I turn off the whole admin side of this? It's not costing me anything. I can't believe this costs this much. Where are these students even coming from? Ah, screw it. We're not, I mean, at this point, this dollar amount is just a vanity issue. Like, it's not even doing anything. But one thing I would like to do with this is I'd like to make it basically a transport hub for this area so that I can add in bus line. Other things, so get some transport around the campus. Really, I guess that could, maybe that should come out there, but we can maybe do a different angle. There's going to be all sorts of angles and whatnot. So, getting back into here. I wonder how many this lets me put down. Students of the duration of their studies building increases campus attractiveness, student capacity, and requires campus area. Okay. The study hall. Spend spare time at the study hall to do their homework, projects, or prepare for exams. Groundskeeping. Okay, so these are going to be areas that are like in the back. Gymnasium, cafeteria. Let's see. Library. You know what? We'll put the library here. So, going back to University of Montana, I said that the library is here. The original library is actually here, around the, well, it's actually not a quad, it's the oval. But then they changed it. It's actually called Jeanette Rankin Hall. Jeanette Rankin, famously being, I believe, the first congresswoman in the United States. At the very least, Montana. But, no. Looks like we got Campus Patrol. Okay, so we got a library. Maybe we can actually get some students in here. Oh, I can put down multiples of that. Okay. What the hell is a commencement office? Provides venue for graduates. Is that where we ask them for money on their way out? Okay. So why don't we put a math club here? And then we'll do bookstore, interesting. The labs. Yeah, that actually could go further out that way. What do we have here? Media lab, chess club, academic statue, the School of Law, School of Medicine, School of Science. I imagine these are going to be much bigger. Tiny, tiny. You know what? We'll put the chess club next to the math club. That will go well there, I guess. We'll do... Oh, I guess I could do maybe a loop here with this. Maybe one of those bigger buildings here. I'm just afraid that it's going to be on a slope, and so it's going to start doing its thing. You know how I am about this game doing things on its own. Yeah, so like we're gonna need, I don't know, probably its own bus station over here. Well, now we're out of workers for the education. Well, you guys aren't hurting for the education. I made these guys prefer that. We do have some crime out here. I could probably use a little bit of coverage out this way. Maybe. I don't know. God, that looks terrible. Killing that. Isn't there anywhere that's just kind of like central? I guess I could put it on the corner here. Works. One thing I do not have is a prison. Is that necessary at this point? Crime is pretty low. Jail capacity is pretty high, so no. No, we don't have an issue with that. Okay, this has got pretty high here. What do we have here? Law firm, financial services, a small game studio. Okay. One thing we can do, though. Damn you. That is way too big. That is also way too big. We'll just settle for trees. Come in here. Wrong thing. Looking for you. Recycle bin there. Something like that. And yeah, I mean that works. Back into the greenery. These little worthless bushes to just kind of fill in some of the area. We'll put it right in front of the benches so that they have a little bit of privacy, I guess. Okay. Trees and sound barriers reduce noise traffic. Imagine. How's the noise out here? I can't imagine it'd be very bad except for here, but even this isn't that busy. Alright. How much do we have out here? 3,000 people. It's not bad. Actually not too terrible. This, I do kind of like this. It leaves a little bit of awkwardness, but I do kind of like it. Let's go back into the trees. I just want to make sure. Okay. And we'll add a rock. That fills it in anyhow. And then I gotta figure out something to do back here. I guess pathway. Although, well, if I could do one pathway here, just on the grid, and then I can fit like a tree line along the back, I think that might actually look okay. Yeah. That doesn't look too bad. I mean, from a distance, anyway. Anything that can fill in little gaps and just kind of obscure the eye a little bit. And I guess along here, we could be filling in on this side with residential as well. I would like to leave this empty as much as possible and then put like trees or something, just as a sound barrier. You don't want anything on the highway there. But yeah, that neighborhood's actually, I'm pleased with how this went. You know, the changing it from how it was, I think, was a good idea. I appear to have made this longer, and that's how I avoided those awkward spots on this side, as opposed to this side. That's okay though. Lets me put in some parks. And we've got kind of the suburby, not quite cul-de-sac, but at least off the main road. That's another thing about this too, this design. We still maintain the number of intersections. That was an interesting crossfade in the music. We still maintain the same amount of intersections on the main road here, but I feel like we're getting a lot more on the inside for keeping it contained. You know, not having this a thoroughfare necessarily. I mean, people can still go through here, but I feel like it keeps the traffic kind of where it's supposed to be. And who knows? Maybe I'll use this, especially, you know, keeping it sort of the ability to be organic on the inside and all. Maybe I'll work on that as I get over in here and develop some of that. How's the sports team? Sports are sports. $4,000 a week. And it's going to be another year before we have a match. Right, I do recall that being an issue. That was a problem with this game, is that you don't really have a lot going on for the sports. Okay, well, we'll finish the campus next time. I'll flatten out this side of things so that we can kind of get that going. And I don't know, maybe just put in a bunch of greenery. I don't know, a bunch of greenery helped tie this together, so maybe that'll help this too. But building on a cliffside is, I guess, probably not the best I could have done. I also didn't really think that this road was going to go through here. I thought I would leave myself a whole thing, but no, I had to connect this in somehow.
Meteorologists are issuing a thunderstorm warning for the coming days. Citizens are advised to stay indoors.
Hooray! Rainy days are here again. Okay, time to end this one here. I'll see you next time.